So, the next topic is accelerating technological innovation to improve customer experience. This session is going to be conducted by Mr. Golok Kumar Simli, chairperson for today's conference. So let me give a small introduction about him. We have already introduced him, but I would like to extend his brief as well. So, Shri Golok Kumar Simli is an award-winning government technology thought leader whose contribution towards national e-governance plan of India during its inception year 2005 to 2007 has been remarkable. He has been guiding and contributing to use of emerging technology in the government sectors. He has also architected and implemented cybersecurity and data and information security framework for the enterprise and government sectors. Currently, as Principal Advisor and Chief Technology Officer, he has written many articles on usage of ICT in service delivery transformation at a population scale, data and information security best practices publishes in leading newspapers, magazine, and spoken at various national and international ICT events as chief guest and keynote speaker. So with this, can we invite him on stage with a huge round of applause? Mr. Golok Kumar Simli, CTO and Principal Advisor, Ministry of External Affairs.
So, in fact, on my keynote, we spoke about how is that digital transformation at large. Now we are working in the government. But this session I will try to cover what exactly we are doing the deep down kind of a dive when we are looking of such transformation within the government sectors. One of example which I will go on citing a best use case, which is my own example which I am driving now. But as I said before, there are many such examples in the government. Why only in India? But I think the happiest part is we are citing to the world at large, saying that how the digital transformation should look like when you deal with masses at large, when you deal with people at large, society at large. And one of such transformation is definitely the Passport Seva program. Passport Seva program, when I say in my first slide, as I am saying, it's a journey of digital transformation which is empowering the citizens. So why is that? Why is that I am saying it is empowering the citizens? You and many of you might be believing that passport is just mere a travel document. No, it's not. Passport is a document which empowers you, make you global, which makes your businesses global, which directly adds to the digital economy of the country, right? And when I say passport, I am dealing with almost more than 1.4 billion of people. I don't know who is applying, where is he applying from, which device he is applying from. And having said that, earlier also I said that, saying that kind of the gaps, barriers we have, and why only in India, even to my diaspora across the globe, I am dealing with now more than 190 embassies and consulate across the globe. And believe me, whether you are in India or you are outside India, the service experience, the customer experience, the citizen experience remains the same. And how have we done this? How have we done this? Now, when we started, just see this particular diagram. I think before Passport Seva, if you see, there is a complete chaos, here and there. Now, after Passport Seva, just see, everything which we wanted to prove to you, saying that in terms of accessibility, in terms of making it transparent across end to end, in terms of facilities and amenities that we have created. So once you approach to a Passport Seva Kendra, you feel that, hey, there is a government, there is a ministry who takes care of me, who listens to me, there is a kind of a AC facility, there is a drinking water, there is a baby care room, everything is there, right? So you feel connected to a government system. It's not that you feel being kind of neglected when you approach to a government department or government agency. Then the kind of policies and processes, I think this is the toughest task within the government ecosystem when you do any sort of transformation. Those bottlenecks, those processes, those policies I think the biggest challenge is you have to deal with, make it align with the digital journey which you are trying to establish, make it align with the organization culture. The other biggest challenge which we face is the how do you drive that organization culture, how do you drive that digital ethics, I always say, the digital code, I always say. Having said that, let me quote another example. When we were starting Passport Seva program, I had a workforce of around 3,000 people, right? I was needing a workforce of around 5,000 more people to bring in this transformation across all of you. Now, tell me which is the government department or ministry will give me 5,000 people within a span of 1 year to do this transformation, right? Nobody will give me. I was even looking for an kind of a finance of around, let's say, 500 to 700 odd crore. Tell me which finance ministry or which the finance division will give me approval of 500 crore rupee. I am looking for this transformation, right? And that is where we thought, no, the traditional models are not working. Absolutely, it is not working. I need to innovate. I need to look towards the industry. I need to collaborate. I need to bring a transformation which is sustainable for all time to come. The problem we were doing earlier is you invest a government money, you invest a budgeted money, but after 2-3 years down the line, we realize that the project itself or the program itself is going down. We are not looking that. We are looking for a program which is sustainable, which is all time to come, which is, as I said, it is a collaboration between government and industry. It is a collaboration between the service provider and service seeker. It is a collaboration between citizen and government. How do you do that? Now, let's see this journey. So, what we did, these were the major challenges. You as an industry, when you will be working with all of these government departments, you will realize these challenges. And this is where I think we do the major miss when we do any transformation within public sector or government department. And here we must give maximum time. I again repeat, maximum time to understand all this. If you are missing any of these bullets, believe me, you are going to go wrong down the line, and the kind of impact, the kind of visibility, the kind of kind of a value add you want to do, probably that will not be possible. So my approach was, or our approach was, how do we create these 6-7 bullets? The first and foremost thing is, I was looking for end-to-end process overhaul. I was not taking a silo approach when it comes to people, when it comes to processes, when it comes to technology, when it comes to regulation, compliances, law of the land. I was not having a silo approach. How do you take a holistic approach? While you are taking a holistic approach, I think we all are realizing that digital is the only savior. Technology is the only savior. So how do you bring in technology, whether you think of a processes, whether you think of a workforce, whether you think of a kind of a people and beneficiaries, how do you bring technology into that? The idea was, as I said, anytime, anywhere, 24/7, any device kind of a scenario, right? Then I think going forward, we will also realize that more and more everything will be available on your mobile phone, right? Today I give a slogan saying that if you have a smartphone, you can have a passport, right? If you have a grievance, you can tweet me and I'll respond back. Those are the slogans we are able to give because of the fact that this is the kind of a holistic transformation we have brought in. And while I am saying so, I think another 5 W's are very important. We all need to understand is, first W is the workload. What kind of workload you are dealing? Is it a sovereign data? Is it a kind of a fiduciary data? Is it a personal data? Is it a configurable data? So do you really understand our data sets well? Do you really understand our workload, whether you are dealing with on-prem or a cloud variance or a hybrid approach? Unless you understand your workload, at least I can personally have realized over this journey, it's very difficult to move forward. Second is the workforce. Workforce is the biggest challenge, as I said. So how you realign them, align them, make a part of your this digital journey, and it should be part and parcel of the entire journey. It must not be one-time exercise. And as I said, today the same employees which were earlier probably working on paper and pen for almost 15, 20 years, today I tell them my digital warrior, right? Those are the employees, the same employees. I have not changed those persons, right? But they are my digital warrior today. The workflow, the kind of application we are looking, whether it is a client-server architecture between a user, application and the data tier, or you are going to a modernistic way, whether it is a microservice, whether you are writing a container-based service. No, Steve was talking about a lot of such examples. The idea is what kind of workflow you are dealing with. Workspace, soon after COVID, we realized that there is no boundary today. No boundary has become boundaryless, right? I am seeking to access, as I said, 24/7, anytime, anywhere, any device kind of a scenario. And COVID kind of a scenario has taught us. And that last and but not the least thing is the web. Web is the powerful device today. Maximum everything is available on the web. And I think there are, when we are doing such transformation, the another problem I think most of the time will end up is, we can't create that kind of a visibility and the observability I am looking for. But today, believe me, even when I am speaking to you, I can really visualize my entire digital ecosystem across the globe. Can you create that visibility in terms of where are you hitting, which channel you are hitting, which person is accessing now, whether he is a authorized person landing into my data center, or a particular device is now being hitting into my passport issuance system. So can I create that visibility and observability? I think these are the buzzword. To say it is easy, but how do you establish that? But as I am saying, I can at least imagine myself now what is happening in my passport issuance system across the globe. Business model, very important. I think this is where I was telling that when I was looking that much of a value in terms of financial requirement, where do I land? And this is where we innovated a industry approach model, right? And when I say industry approach model, see the beauty of this model, all the upper top 1, 2, 3, 4 rows, this is purely managed, maintained, invested by the private partner, that is design, build, finance and operate. But having said that, let me also make you cautious, saying that when I say these 4 rows are owned, operated by a private partner, without our approval or without your consent, nothing they are doing. So you are in a way holistically owning the ecosystem. However, when it comes to day-to-day operation, challenges, finance, everything is kind of a given into a PPP partner. However, when you further go down, another 3 rows, right from day 1, I am owning, as a ministry, we are owning, we are regulating, we are doing the management control. So how do you gel in this kind of a business model where, in spite of having so much of a critical data, sensitive data, as I said, I must be able to segregate between the processes, between the data, between the access and authorization routes, and where are the investment coming from, right? And this is where we brought in a PPP partner, and today I can very well say that I think this is the program. We are hardly taking any budget from government. We are hardly taking any budget from government, but this is the maximum impact which is giving to my citizen. The other beauty of such business model is these words you get, right? You have to have, you ought to, or you must not require any kind of investment. It's a minimal investment, financial investment from our side. You get best in class business processes, system and people. As I said, I was looking for almost 4,000 more people. I could get them within a year, right? Protection against technology obsolescence. No, this is where I think we are looking towards the industry, all of you, saying that these domains, this expertise, let me collaborate with the industry. Why should I waste my time there? I must not waste my time there, right? In terms of staff augmentation, creating a better working conditions, and the last bullet, as I said, how do you reskill your workforce for all time to come? We are talking about various technologies, emerging technologies, advanced technologies. This is what I am doing when it comes to data. If you see, the idea is to achieve next level of citizen engagement and continuous offerings, which is innovative, right? And there I am leveraging all sort of advanced technologies, whether it is AI, ML, whether it is bot, whether it is big data, whether it is cloud. But the fact remains here, when it comes to data and governance, do you have that insights and analytics? If I am doing all those things, can you create that kind of insights and analytics, right? And when we are doing that, must not forget your rules of engagement. What is your rules of engagement in terms of processes, compliances, regulations, and acts, whatever you have. Today I might not have my data protection and privacy law, but whatever law, IT rules, IT Act I have, at least I must comply with that. So if you can create this kind of a visibility, what you get is the 4S. What is 4S? The first S is speed, scale, security, and sustainability. Believe me, you get all these 4S: speed, scale, security, and sustainability. My outreach, if you see, as I said, it's a mammoth platform. We are connected with 36 passport offices, 93 passport seva kendra. We are adding more and more post office passport seva kendra into the ecosystem. As on date, 430 are live. We have already gone live with more than 492 Lok Sabha constituencies out of 543. Almost 4 lakh plus common service centers are connected. Here I must take 30 seconds. When we are doing completely online, the major problem hit back us saying that what do you do with the illiterate masses, semi-literate masses across the country? And that is where I think our honorable minister, political bosses say that no, you can't go wrong there. No, you can't leave a section of society like this, making it everything online. And I think we were the first ministry when we, that point of time, I remember 2014 or so, we were having 69 odd thousand common service center across the country. We immediately integrated, gave a huge advertisement across various vernacular local languages, and then citizen no more were a problem, right? They are approaching to those common services. So the idea is how do you leverage the government ecosystem? Most of the time we do duplicity, we do lot of kind of a things, but you don't leverage what you have. But we have done that, right? My entire payment system is now it's a cashless kind of an environment, and this is what we are doing. So what transformation we are trying to bring? See, the first layer is the core functions, which is my close stakeholder, my own stakeholder, which I have connected end to end, all of them. The below tier, if you see, these are my additionals, kind of a making the ecosystem larger, brighter, smoother experience, being a next level. And some of the external interfaces also we have integrated. For an example, today if you have lost a passport, I can trigger a call to the Interpol database. So you might be feeling that I have lost the passport, I can still travel or do a misuse, but Interpol is already aware of about your lost passport. So you'll get caught across any of the immigration across the globe, right? And at the center, never forget the citizen, right? Lot of innovations we are doing, lot of continuous innovation we are doing, we will continue to do. When it comes to, I think, security, I always give a message from nothing other than Bhagavad Gita, which is say the principle of truth. the Parama Satya. What is the Parama Satya you have? And when I say Parama Satya, P-A-R-A-M-A, which is the security framework, the data framework. When I say Parama, it should be proactive, it should be responsive, it should be vendor agnostic, right? More, it should be modernistic, and A, it should be agile. And the principle you follow is the Satya principle. It should be sustainable, it should be Satya. A is adaptive, T is technology driven, Y is yardstick, and A should be apt. So if you follow a principle of Parama Satya, which I am doing, which today we call zero trust, right? That is we call in Bhagavad Gita language the absolute truth, which I am doing, right? I have a global footprint, as I said, no other than India, across the globe. Lot of exploits we are getting from everywhere, but we are able to kind of very successfully. I have marked a red this thing circle here, so you can imagine where are these attacks are coming to the passport database. Grievance challenge, I think this is the best grievance channel working not only in India but across the globe. We have awarded twice by Government of India. Lot of achievements, I must not, but the figure itself tells you the truth. What is the mammoth exercise we are doing, right? Third largest issuance passport country in the world. SLA snapshot. I think this is another slide. I will take 2 more minutes, though time is up. This is the auditor's perspective I have. So as I was saying, even if I am standing here, I can visualize the entire ecosystem. Service delivery benchmark, again these are the citizens' feedback. Now I am doing 2 more slides on the next journey of the passport seva. Now we are moving from passport to e-passport. So you all may realize very soon saying that everything in terms of technology I leverage. So this is another comparison, but the learning is, I think these are the learning. I leave it here for all of us to think more, kind of a brainstorm on these areas, so that we can create lot more and more business model, lot innovation, lot more product and portfolios, which is suits for the you and me as a collaborative partner or masses at large. But these are the area I think we need to focus, all of us. So thank you once again for listening me patiently. Thank you.